I'm gonna turn my back as I tell y'all that. Get the travel insurance. Trust me.
Get the travel insurance.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. I'm Katrina.
I'm Charles.
And this is KNC TV.
Alright, we decided to do a video today because of Hurricane Dorian. Yeah, so we was like, okay, well, we might as well make a video about that and some of the stuff that's going on with that and kind of maybe provide y'all with some information as well. We weren't going to do the video, but I saw I'm in the cruise group on Facebook and I saw a couple people's itineraries got shifted or their itineraries ended up being extended or shortened. And then we also saw a fellow cruiser, Edna from Edna's World. Check her out. She is actually in the middle of the ocean right now, just chilling. They're not even moving. They're just anchored in the middle of the ocean because of the hurricanes. I mean, that's not kind of fun to me.
I know, it's all kind of fun to me too. What the heck? So we just thought we'd come and share with you guys what we've seen, what we've heard, and all that good stuff.
So first things first, when is hurricane season? Because that's the biggest thing that you need to know, especially when you're planning a trip. When is hurricane season? Hurricane season is June 1st through November 30th. So right in the heart of most of the travel season. All right, so keep that in mind when you're planning your trip to, make sure you might be going to hurricane season.
We've traveled during hurricane season before.
Yes, we've never had a problem.
Never had a problem before, but we've also always traveled in July.
Yeah, so I feel like most of the time when I see hurricanes, it's always in that August, September time frame.
Pretty bad for
when it starts getting kind of bad. We usually travel before that because obviously, Zaria's
we don't do it just because of the hurricane season. It just always happens that we always travel prior to. But should they worry though? Will the captain drive them through the hurricane if they're driving through a hurricane season?
No. I mean, you shouldn't worry because in most cases they have the weather predictions well in advance of your cruise. So you should know in most cases whether or not you're going to be running into some inclement weather. Your captain will know. Most of the time hurricanes don't just show up. They usually take a few days to spool up before they kind of get there. So you won't, in most cases, be driven directly into the heart of the storm. So what will happen usually is that they will change their itinerary a lot if they know it's coming. That means they will either skip a port or they might change the port days or something like that, maximize the cruise time and make sure that you guys are gonna be safe wherever you guys are going.
Or in this instance, you'll just be chilling in the middle of the ocean. You'll literally just be anchored in the middle of the ocean. As
far as a cruise being canceled, usually they don't cancel the cruises because they'll try to do one of the things we just mentioned. They'll change the itinerary or extending or shortening the cruise. Usually the only time they offer a full refund is if they cancel the cruise, which is hardly ever.
I look short.
You are short, babe.
I'm not short, but you look, he's not tall, y'all.
Baby, you are short.
I'm not short. I'm average height for a woman, but you just look, I look short on the camera. You probably feel like you're tall, and he's not tall, y'all.
I'm average height for a man.
Sorry.
Maybe slightly below average for a man.
Sorry, go.
Anyway, usually they'll either extend the cruise or shorten the cruise based off of what's going on. Now, in the case of some of the people that we know, like you mentioned Edna's World earlier, she's on a cruise right now. They actually are extending their cruise where they're going to be sitting out in the middle of the ocean for a couple of days to bypass the storm. So that's kind of one of the things that they'll do in situations like this.
We're not certain. We watched her live today. She did go live from the ship. And I did see this in the group before as well, that Carnival gave them the option to either get off of their port in Miami early or extend the cruise, but they didn't verify or clarify if they would have to pay for the extended days. I'm not certain. I don't know if they're gonna have to pay for those days or not.
I would hope that they don't have to pay for those days because what if you're kind of cash strapped and you didn't really come prepared to pay for it?
Oh, you know what the people in the comment section gonna say? You can't afford to travel without being cash strapped. Don't travel. So we're gonna just say everyone is capable of paying for it. However, if you budget, I don't care if you're capable or not. We capable and we budget to a T, to a dollar, to a science. Right. And if this is what I have budgeted for this trip, I don't want to go over. Yeah. I don't care. I don't want to go over. So I don't know. I mean,
and even if you never mind. You're right. We'll just leave it at that because
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
People will just. But another thing we will always say is Charles and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We never get the travel insurance.
Yes, so
we never get it. And in this instance, if you're traveling during this time, you might want to get the travel insurance.
Okay, so this is one of those cases where it's do as I say, not as I do. Because I'm always gonna tell you to get the travel insurance because you just never know. Now, Katrina and I have been fortunate enough to never have needed the travel insurance, but
watch next time we need it.
That doesn't mean that we won't ever purchase it, because especially if you're going during hurricane season, it's probably a worthwhile investment to get. I don't think it's that expensive.
It's like $100 per person. But if you think about it, like in the grand scheme of things, see, you're always going off of a hope. All right, Charles and I, we be chancing stuff. Don't be like us.
You know what? The funny thing is, the older I get, the more I'm like, man, we probably should get some insurance, because I don't want to just be throwing away no money.
Yeah, I mean, it's always wise to get the travel insurance. We've seen 2 instances, at least with the hurricane season and then with somebody on our cruise prior, where the travel insurance came like in clutch. So you just never know. Just get the travel insurance. I hate to tell you to get it when we've never gotten it before, but I know that people in our comment section only want the best for you guys watching this, but they're gonna tell you to get the travel insurance. If they get it, just go for it.
Just get the travel insurance.
Just get it, like legit.
I'm
gonna turn my back as I tell y'all that. Get the travel insurance. Trust me.
Get the travel insurance.
It's worth it.
It's worth it, because you could be having your trip shortened by 3 days right now.
Yes, and you won't get paid back. You won't get refunded. They're not giving refunds out of that.
Cares. So, go ahead. You want to get it?
No. Sorry.
You trying to make me edit? Is that what you're trying to do?
Nope.
You're not going to actually go through a hurricane or anything like that, but if there's a hurricane not far from where you are, then you could experience some rough and choppy waters. And so if you are sensitive to the boat movement, then you might want to think about that as well. So, but
Dramamine it up and just be prepared to be seasick.
There you go.
I mean, honestly, some of this is inevitable. I personally am a person that I have never been seasick, but I always feel the ship moving, and I always comment on it every time, no matter what, even if I try not to. Even this last trip, I was like, I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm so proud of myself, and sure enough, I felt it. I was like, oh, babe, I try not to, but I feel it. I always
You did better than last time,
I did. I know I did. I always keep Dramamine, though, so, you know. And Dramamine may not always work, especially if the waters are choppy.
Yeah.
You just gonna have to just deal with it.
You're on the ship.
You're on the ship.
You know.
It's what it is. I can only imagine it being fun, though, regardless.
I think it'd be fun, too. I like that.
Shut up. Now this time, sorry, not this time. We really just wanted to come on here though, because we did see a couple of things go up about this in our cruise groups that we're in, as well as one of the cruisers who is cruising currently right now. And we just thought, like, what would we do in that situation? And honestly, to be quite honest, Charles and I would probably be like SOL, because we never get the traveler's insurance. We would just chalk it up as a loss, and unfortunately my husband has chalked up a couple trips, not a couple, maybe one trip as a loss. We're going on a resort, and I changed my mind on the resort, and we couldn't get our deposit back. It was like a $300 deposit. I was like, oh, forget it. But you're talking about $300 versus like $1,500 to $2,500. Lesson learned for everybody, I guess. If you've ever been in this situation where you were caught in a hurricane, or a hurricane kind of diverted your trip, comment down below. And if you were on this recent trip where one of your ships was affected, comment down below as well what happened to you guys while you were there, or what was the expectation. I know one thing I want to know is, did they make you pay if they extended the trip or not for a few days? How did you call into work? Like, all those things I would like to know personally. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to our channel, do so now. If you are subscribed, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a video. In the meantime, in between time, till the next time, bye.